Hello, hi there, it's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, my friends. Thank you kindly for clicking on this video, for deciding to spend some of your day with me. It really means a lot that we get to spend this time together talking about everyone's best fighting game of the year 2023. Mortal Kombat 1. OMG, so much excitement within Mortal Kombat 1. Can't stop talking about it. LOL, the hype train is alive, my friends. Daywolf, Jade Kameo, all sorts of things programmed into Mortal Kombat 1 to keep us excited. Yay. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. This game is It's not a live service game. It's a life support game. This game is barely hanging on. There are 2 replayable modes, one being the seasonal tower and one being Combat League. What else are you to do in this game? There is nothing that you can do in this game that's replayable for rewards. It's so garbage. It is so garbage. And I don't know what kind of, as the Gen Z children would say, I don't know what kind of copium people are smoking that are booty bumping because they are getting loosey-goosey and thinking that DLC is going to save this game. Oh no, babes. Oh no, DLC is nothing for this game. It was barely anything for Mortal Kombat 11. I think the best DLC was perhaps Melina. You know, I didn't expect myself to like MK11 Melina, but when she was there, I liked her. I definitely liked her in the baby pink MK2 outfit. But yeah, as you can see, lots of DLC does not necessarily mean game is going to live long, and Mortal Kombat 11 had a lot of things to fight through. Like the scary flu lockdown situation, apparently messed up development at NRS, and actual support for Mortal Kombat 11 was axed pretty quickly. Officially, it was done in 2021. However, they had pre-programmed a lot of stuff since May 2020. So that was 1 year, 1 month that they actually tried, they being NRS, actually tried to support the game with DLC. And then they're like, okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. I really feel like the return on investment with Mortal Kombat is probably not going to be what they expected. WB, that is. WB really needs money. They need money. But they are not able to nickel and dime us on all of this stuff because NRS is scared of backlash. They were going to nickel and dime us on Baraka Halloween palette swaps. They were going to nickel and dime us on Thanksgiving palette swaps. And even more Christmas palette swaps that have just not been released into the game. Why? Because DLC won't save the game. All of those skins that you purchase, all of those announcer voices that you purchase, that's all DLC. And unfortunately, all of that stuff is day one on disc DLC that a lot of the newer gamers, a lot of the younger babes out there don't realize is an outrage. So, I mean, how can you look forwards to things that have been already in your copy of the game, but is being drip-fed to you through time walls, paywalls? It's ludicrous. So, in this live stream, we are going to be taking a look at some of the copium that exists, admittedly so, through, like, pre-programmed scripts within Mortal Kombat 1. Yes, we are going to be technical today because there are some game codes, game files that exist, and we're going to be taking a look at them. And you can tell me whether or not you think that DLC is going to save the game. Or if it's all just fairy tales, fantasies, and fictions. Because, mind you, there was a lot of stuff programmed into MK11 that we never got. Winter Wonderland combat card backgrounds, anyone? How about the Shang Tsung nameplate? Okay. How about white is the new black? Where is that? Come now. So yes, there are gonna be lots of things that I think we'll never see in MK1. A high candidate would be the Halloween Mesa. Like, that was already put into the FOSS. I'm so sad that people don't look into these data mines. Even these big time shills on YouTube, they don't take the time to actually look into the files of the game and see what's there. And then they would know. I think people like Murdoink, the guy who runs MK Warehouse, he is more cynical than your typical MK fan because he's seen the data mines. I think once you see the data mines, you're like, okay, well, what is this game? What am I playing it for? What is the reasoning behind all of this? So yeah, DLC, it's just a questionable thing, and we've already seen that DLC has not been helping out MK1. With the introduction of Omni-Man, Quan Chi, Tremor, 1, 2, 3 points of positive correlation, that the introduction of these characters don't correspond to a huge increase in player base. Let's take a little look-see here at Steam charts. Now, immediately you can tell Mortal Kombat 1 is struggling. Like, the numbers are so low. I mean, the shill's videos on MK1 get more player base than what you see here, and probably what you would see on console. Like, if I have to estimate the 24-hour concurrent user peak on PS5, I would multiply this by 10. So, like, 52,650. That's how much I would say. But, you know, like, people like Uncaged, he's pulling more than that on some of his videos. Like, there are more Mortal Kombat fans of the franchise than there are of fans of this particular game, right? Because this game is just, like, poo-poo. Poo-poo. So here we see the introduction of Quan Chi, reaching a peak of 5.4 thousand. Here we have Christmas Day. Somehow, more people, 5.7 thousand. So what you can tell is that more people were playing Mortal Kombat during Christmas time, probably because it's Christmas, but also people purchased this stuff or got this stuff as gifts or like Steam gift cards that they then redeem for Mortal Kombat 1. I saw posts on the Reddit of people saying, oh, just got Mortal Kombat 1. Yay. Like, poor people, they don't even realize that their fighter mastery is going to be impossible to achieve if you're using fingers. You can't be using fingers to play this game. Oh no, turbo controller best. But if we take a look back to, let's say, when did Tremor come out? Question. Okay, so here we see Omni-Man. There is a significant boost for Omni-Man, but not for Quan Chi. And I really don't think we're going to see a boost like we saw for Omni-Man as we are going to see for characters like Peacemaker, Takeda, who's the other one? The other one, Ermac. I don't think we're going to be seeing boosts like that. Because this was also time synchronized with the new release of Invincible Season 2 on Prime Video. I really, really, really feel like any future DLC, aside from Homelander, is going to not really be helping out Mortal Kombat 1's player base. Which means that this live support multiplayer game is just running on fumes. Yoinks. Oh, you know what? Let's see what you guys are saying. Can we get likes? There's 27 of you here. Can we get likes? Also, I hope that some of you get this. Happy New Year! Whee! Okay, alright. So I hope some people got some fancy gifts. Yay! Alright, Flames. Oh, we got new members. Yay! Bassett, I'm not too interested in the story expansion either. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem, because there's not a lot to be interested in from story expansion. Like, think about how long they've been trying to market to us this Kombat pack. Game was announced May. This video came out, June? So, like, 1 month in, they had to push the reveal of the Kombat pack because of the Amazon Italia leak. But it's just so, like, they're really trying to hook people any single way possible with thin promises of content to be included in the future. Also, this is all lies, because this is not actual gameplay. Isn't that wonderful? CGI render for characters that never appear in a story mode that look like this. Right? Because we don't get story mode costumes for Quan Chi or Ermac. Wonderful. Okay, great. Chris, why do we have to wait so long for the Chameleon Kameo release? So, this is all to drive player engagement, player retention. As you can see, there is a problem with Mortal Kombat just losing players. If you take a look at the numbers over the last 30 days, it's a lot. 20% loss in the last 30 days? I guess we are only 3 months in. But it seems like a lot for just 3 months in. Just look at the numbers. Other games like Street Fighter, they're getting a gain in the last 30 days. They're gaining players. And Street Fighter is months and months out. And neither has Street Fighter experienced the same amount of player base decay as Mortal Kombat 1. And people are going to say, oh, but it's PC numbers. But no, these are representative of the player base at large. Please, look at the trends. It's very obvious. Okay, have you seen Ermac's alternate skin? I saw it on Interloco's Twitter. I couldn't care less for Ermac or Takeda Peacemaker. They had something similar in Towers, and it was boring gameplay. Nasreen, what do you mean X and 11 didn't have the cameo system? Well, actually, MK11 had the tag assist system, where you could use a consumable to call in a character to do 4 moves. Yep. It was in some ways maybe even better than MK1. But yeah, no, MK1's cameo system isn't anything new. And even Headchill Uncaged has a video where he compares the cameo system to the tag assist system from MK11. Okay, I pre-ordered the statue edition but canceled because the invasions looked boring. I wish I had done the same thing as you, Brick, because it was not worth it to get the collector's edition DLC. That definitely didn't save the game for me. That hurt the game because I really don't like that collector's edition skin for Liu. Do you know when Premium Shop Shang Tsung Deadly Alliance skin will be added? Is that a thing? Now we're gonna look. What do you mean? Deadly? Is this something existing? Let's see. Shang Tsung. Skins. I do recommend you make use of this resource, my friends. You're able to see all of the stuff loaded into the game. I don't think there's Deadly Alliance skins loaded into the game. Do you see them? I mean, all we have are costumes 1, 2, and 3. That's it. CJ, oh my god. Okay, Fox. Hey there, Fox. I like your sing-songs. Thank you. Walterino, hope you had a great day. Do you think NRS should change cameo mechanics? I think they should make it less broken. because they're really trying to push the Kameo system because it's a revenue stream. But in order for them to do that, they have to make it feel really, really fun, right? So they really do have a lack of balance within the Kameo system. I much preferred the way it worked in MK11. Yeah. Hi Jade. Hey there, Nastrine. Okay, so yes, let us continue onwards. So there is a number of DLC that has been announced. Sub-Zero MK1 announcer voice free. This is from the Thinny. But I mean, don't get hyped. This is on disc day 1 DLC. This was in the copy of the game with the initial patch version. This isn't something that was added with patch point 172 or 134 or 121. LOL, not me remembering the patches in this game. But this was in the copy that you purchased since day 1. Why do we have to wait to get Sub-Zero announcer voice? On top of that, it said that you have to link your WB account to MK Onslaught. Mission confirmed. This is all evil propaganda meant to groom you into playing on multiple platforms, right? Can we go back to my thumbnail? What was the thumbnail? It had David Zaslav. Not this. I like my thumbnails. I don't care what some people say. My thumbnails are good. Our focus is on transforming our biggest franchises from largely console releases to have more players spending more time on more platforms. AKA, they want you to transition from playing on console to playing on mobile because they can really nickel and dime you there. NRS spends more resources on their MK Mobile and MK Onslaught and updating all of the RNG loot box mechanics within those games than they do on the console games, because the mobile games are the money makers and they don't want you to be playing a console game. So yeah, so you want to be excited for Sub-Zero voice announcer. And it's also worth noting, as the Thinny says here, Sub-Zero announcer is not the only reward you get from Onslaught. Are you kidding me? I don't want to have to progress through Onslaught in order to get rewards in the game that I paid $600 for, because I got the collector's edition, I got the digital premium edition, I got a $50 bundle of dragon crystals day 1, I got the one-time dragon pack. All of that together, plus taxes in my Canadian monopoly currency, is $600. Are you telling me I have to go now download? What happens if I don't have a phone? Now I have to go purchase a phone to go play your shitty free-to-play mobile game so that I can get a Sub-Zero voice announcer voice, quote-unquote, for free? This is not for free. Ain't nothing in this world for free. Trust and believe. You are being paid for, you are being made a consumer in some way or other. You are consuming the mobile game, sharing your privacy data with WB so that they can target advertise you to other mobile games. This is shit. This is absolute shit. What, you're hyped for this? Where? Defend it. Please defend it, because this was available in the game from day 1. Now we have to wait for it? And I have to get a phone and get a Mortal Kombat Onslaught on my phone. And honestly, I've already played it because Canada got early access. And it made my phone overheat. So I don't want to do that. Also, I'm playing on like an old phone. Like, I'm not going to use my new phone. I don't use my new phone for anything. So I'm using some like old phone. I downloaded it. It's just terrible. I don't know. MK1 is bad, and I may have so much disdain for MK1, but I can't recommend or see myself jumping into a mobile game because MK1 is that bad. I'll just stop playing game. No more games. Just no more games. There are no more games. If these are the options, MK1 or MK Onslaught, it's going to be just no more games. There are no more games for me. So yeah, great. Fabulous. Wonderful. Let us also take a look here. I do have some tweets here from Interloco. I think, you know, you guys are referencing Dynasty. I like Dynasty, but he is on the hype train. He is on the hype train. He is excited for stuff. I am excited for nothing. Because I see it for what it is. Day 1 DLC. On disc Day 1 DLC. This is terrible. In Ramparts, there's a secret fight against Melina. I don't know if it triggers like last season, but in this case, I assume is using Melina. She uses this skin and gear. Who cares? Honestly. Like, these secret fights, what's the point? What's the reward, babes? Like, what am I getting from doing these secret fights? Oh, nothing? One booster? Oh, great. Okay, so I get 115% boost to a random element one time. And that's good. Okay, yeah, get hype. Get hype. There's a secret fight, guys. Secret's no longer secret. We can get the secret fight. This is stupid. I'm sorry. There's a lot of hype for things in this game when there really shouldn't be. Because this has been programmed in the game since day one. Oh, so you're excited to look at a costume that you don't have because the developers decided it wasn't fit for you until Season 4 in February 2024? Bullshit. Bullshit. It is such bullshit. I'm over it. And what, this is the live service DLC content that we're supposed to be happy for? No, not I. Not I, because this is not truthful, this is not honest, this is not ethical. The game is unethical, by the way. I'm enjoying the built-in lag switch with the desync issue. If you have no qualms about cheating, exploits, or using a lag switch, now you got one built into your game. Like, what a sad state Mortal Kombat is in. And Bassett mentioned the second costume for Ermac. Can we be honest? You're going to be excited for a second costume for Ermac? First of all, this costume looked like shit. Second of all, he's got a condom rolled up around his head. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unrolled around his head. Yeah, wonderful. I just don't understand these ninja cowls, why they all look so condom-like, prophylactic-like. They're ugly. This palette scheme is not giving me life. It's giving me death. And really, there's not going to be a second costume. Guys, there's not going to be a second costume. There was one costume for Omni-Man, one costume for Quan Chi. If there's going to be a second costume for Ermac, you better believe you're paying $10 for it. I don't believe that. Why is milk trending in Canada? Sometimes I see some of the most interesting things trending in Canada. Masks? Not that they want us to put masks on again. Oh no, Canada. Okay. So yeah, and I love that Interloco here says Quan Chi tattoo, Ermac hood. First off, Quan Chi doesn't have tattoos. He has body makeup. If those were tattoos, they couldn't be so easily removed and swapped. It's body makeup. He be gay. A lot of these characters be gay. Ermac, NPC gear equal hood? No, it equal unrolled condom over the head. Like, they didn't even leave like a little tip to collect the juices. Like, it doesn't work like that. So I'm over it. I don't know how people are excited for this kind of DLC when it's all just a live from day one DLC, on disc DLC. You see Ermac in the story mode, and you have to wait until what, 2024 to get it? Why? If he's in the story mode, make him playable now, bitches. You guys got the millions of dollars. NRS is $1 million company. You've got the billions of dollars from WB. You have these deep pockets, and you can't put playable characters in the game, but you have to cock tease fans into getting hyped for DLC months in advance, continuing for years. How crude. How crude. And you don't even have the decency to give us a roadmap to see, like, what to look forwards to in the future. I'm doing your jobs for you. Like, it's really terrible when the fans are doing the jobs of the developers better than the effing developers. Right? Right? Insane. So yeah, looking at the future of MK1, you can boil it all down to DLC. This is not going to save the game. Even when you get out here to story expansion, what did Aftermath really add? Except pay-to-win Shiva Stomp. I didn't really care for the story mode. I don't like any of the story modes in MK. Not MKX, not MK11, not MK1. Didn't like any of them. Because they're just effing movies. Like, if you remove the gameplay, you're not missing much. You're not missing much if you don't actually play the game with your fingers. In fact, you might be getting more if you just watch it. Because pressing buttons, frustrating. Test your might. I don't need that. I like that they nerfed the test your might, though. They were too hard. They're so stupid. But yeah, story expansion. What? This is going to save the game? Where? When? Let me know. Because it's just going to be, what, more pay-to-win characters if we're basing it off of MK11? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying before we move on to some more tangible things to maybe looking forward to based on the data mines. Crushing Bro, I don't think DLC in the shop is generating much extra revenue. At least I hope that's the case. Right. I think like a lot of us have these dragon crystals that have been acquired either from our premium editions, collector's editions, or from the Season 2 Seasonal Tower XP glitch. But I don't know if NRS is really seeing a lot of people open their wallets to make additional purchases of dragon crystals. Even the people who defend the game say shop is bad. Oh, if it's in the shop, just don't look at the shop. Blah blah blah. Oh, it's cosmetic. It don't affect gameplay. Blah blah blah. Like all of the lame excuses. All of these people making these lame excuses are also not purchasing it, or maybe they're hypocrites. Maybe they are purchasing it. I don't know. But yeah. I really feel like NRS is going to be trying to milk us somehow with the holidays coming up in the new year, like Valentine's Day, Easter, St. Patrick's Day. That's when you can get all the monochrome green palette swaps, right? And Valentine's Day will bring pink. I only want pink, so Valentine's Day better bring pink skins. I'm saving the dragon crystal that I've spent $600 to acquire for maybe Valentine's Day stuff. Okay, max every character, NRS. Okay, here's 1,000 crystals. LOL. I remember the battery trick for GYM, or tester might. Yeah, I can't. It's really hard. I'm old. I don't think DLC in the shop. Oh yeah, we got that. Ubisoft does roadmaps, so why can't NRS? Makes no sense. Because they really want players to have a sense of mystery. I think like one of the huge things is like Ermac, macros error, etc. People reading into these things far too much. And I think that's what's happening with MK12, whether intentionally or unintentionally on the part of the developers, where there's all this sort of gobbledygook in the data mined code for the game. And people are just like, oh, Jade's in the game. Oh, Lady Nightwolf is in the game. Crazy. NRS pulled the biggest lie ever. Lul, Ermac ride motorbikes now. LOL. OMG. Yeah, when has Ermac ever worn white? It's just such an odd palette. And I mean, you could make odd palettes for the base game roster, because it would then be anticipated that they're going to sell some sexy costume in the premium shop. Are they going to sell some sexy costume for Ermac to replace this ugly palette swap is the question. It's Pepsi Man. Oh, sync issue still? Yes, there is still sync issues. He looks like he's about to play Super Hang On. OMG, FE Sports, F Pros. Okay, I gotcha. In Season 4, they will add the option to desync for 500. Not pay to win lag switch. Oh my god. I'm certain if there was pay to win lag switch in the game, people would purchase that. That seems, yeah, that's crazy. The Combat League is worse than before. Totally, if the basic framework can't give you matches according to skill, or can't give you matches because of the desync, it's busted. A new company needs to take the reins and bring MK back to its glory days. I totally agree. Zero hype here. Yeah, everyone defending this shit. Chill alert. Oh no. No, I ain't defending this stuff. Don't worry. I remember they linked the mobile to MKX and you got skins and coins and combat cards. NRS were pretty generous back then, not anymore. And yeah, I think if you have been playing the game for some time, like over the years, you'll notice that NRS's tone has gotten way more corporate, cold, and calculated. There's a reason why we see Derek, Stephanie, and Tyler. There's a reason why they say the things that they do. It's all very carefully crafted because they've gone away from being a personable company that would be apologetic into a distant corporate entity that sees themselves as WB. And they do see themselves as WB. When they hire new people, they're using WB hiring principles, guiding principles when hiring. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay, so let's take a look at some more things that are loaded into the game. This is from Shar. Love Shar. I found Farah's base template in the files. Her height compared to Sindel, she looks like she will be a little older and bigger than MKX. She doesn't have any outfits or hair or face. This is just a template. So, like, Shar, like, I guess the question here, Shar, is, was the file labeled as Farah? Is this why we're drawing this conclusion? Or could this be some random NPC who is just Minnie? But I guess not. I guess this is probably Farah. But I don't like it. I don't like it. This is not like MKX. I thought these characters that appear as cameos were supposed to be their classic versions. So why are they rewriting history, rewriting what came before, when what came before was really just recent, like 2016, MKX? Do we not remember what Farah used to look like? I mean, she was like a little childish thing. Creepy. And I think by aging her makes her less creepy, which I think was part of the appeal of the character. Let's see. Can we make it bigger? Not the lowly. I can't with the lowly. It's too much. It's too much. Put on briefs or put on shorts on this girl. She's a girl. Ew. Okay, but I mean, this is more akin to what I expect. She better be looking something like this in MK1. not a complete like redesign as they did with Tremor. I really feel like NRS has no compassion for their lore. Not that I really care about lore. I am not a huge stickler for story or lore details. I don't care. But it really feels like NRS just insults its own history when they rewrite things like this or change things so drastically, especially when they're supposed to be the classic character, right? Like, she's supposed to be an itsy bitsy. But here she looks like she's 13. She can start the puberty blockers. Everything's going to be okay. And I love that they put on the chest binder from Flume. Char. Not Char dressing up this little child like Flume. Yeah, it's strange, and it's really insulting, I feel, the whole entire Kameo system, because it's obviously a cash grab. They're playing on member berries. Oh, you can't have your playable character? Oh, well, you can purchase MK1, because don't worry, we got Kameo feature. Just as what seems to be coded into the game for Mortal Kombat 1 regarding Jade. Yes, I am Jade fan. I am called the Jaded Rabbit. I love Jade. So it really pains me when I see people like True Underdog making tons of videos like Jade confirmed for Combat Pack. Like these stupid clickbaits, these stupid titles where he proves absolutely nothing. So here's the thing. I think like it's important whenever you're doing anything in life, it's nice to do a little bit of research. And it's important to identify the difference between primary and secondary sources. When you watch True Underdog, you're only watching secondary sources. He provides no receipts. The receipts are the primary sources, as the children would say. So show me the receipts. I want to see the receipts. Now, I am not so technologically advanced that I can decipher the MK1 code from just having the game on my computer. I am not trained in that. However, Interloco is very much trained in this, and it seems like he's made a video, but no one's watching it because it's on Espanol. So he is speaking in Spanish about some very interesting findings from the actual code of the game. And I think before we get into it, first off, you have to know that NRS just don't care. They really don't care. If they cared, they would actually care about making stylish code. All of the code in this game refers to MK12. And this is how we should refer to MK1. It is not a reboot. It is MK12. Even they, NRS, they know themselves that this is MK12. So that's first thing to note. Second off, this is going to be really, really hard to see because it's super tiny. Plus, we need the translations. So you can see here, though, that there are like a number of things that are programmed already into the code that says Jade Cam, Jarek Cam, Kintaro Cam, Kodal Cam, Mocap Cam, Nightwolf Cam, Shiva Cam. Okay, so whether or not if it's intentional from NRS to include red herrings in the code to refer to things that will never come, or that they were just making placeholders because they're lazy AF and they couldn't figure out which characters they wanted to design for, so they just took code, just put in placeholders. I mean, like, whether or not it's intentional or unintentional, people read into the data mine far too hard. True Underdog. Like, just because it's here in the code don't mean it's coming. Right? You can say with some certainty when you see things like a seasonal fatality that it's coming, right? But the Halloween Mesa, we never knew for sure whether it was coming. All we saw were audio files, no visuals. If there's a visual, seeing is believing, my friends. I report to you on things that I have seen with my eyes. So seeing is believing. So when you see these skins that are programmed into the game, you well know that developers have wasted their time on making these skins that they haven't given to us. Right? But it just says Jade Cam. It says Jarek Cam. Can we talk about these characters too? Who the hell care about Jarek? I mean, who the hell care about Movado or Farah? Some of these choices just seem so random, arbitrary. Clearly, having Bo Rai Cho or Jackie or Cyber Cabal would have been way better. But you're telling me that NRS developed all of these characters? No. I don't believe that. I don't believe that they developed Fallen Ashra, Daywolf, Cobra, Cyber Cabal, Jackie, Bo Rai Cho. Are you kidding me? NRS can barely ship a game that works properly for more than a week. Like, I don't understand. Actually, never. It was never working. Player 1 advantage glitch since release. Backdating time console glitch. Desync glitch. Season 2 tower glitch. Infinitely rotating stairs and in Fire Temple glitch. Like, there's just so many glitches. This shit hasn't been working right. So, given that they can't handle their glitches, given that they can't handle basic things like not Kameo system, because yeah, they nerfed the Kameo system immediately for single player. The pro sports players don't care about single player, but I care about all aspects of the game. Yeah, they nerfed the whole entire Kameo system for single. It's just wild. Like, they can't figure out how to make their own game work, but you're going to tell me that they have all this shit in the works? Yeah, these are placeholders. I really feel like these are placeholders. So, Mr. Interloco provides some more, I guess, exposition on some of these characters, like Daywolf. So, let's hear what he has to say.
Sería como una especie de Daywolf, supongo que será la versión femenina de Daywolf. Nada del otro mundo, son frases que tienen sentido, ¿no? Que podrían.
Okay, so what he's highlighting here is that there is in-battle quips. So, like, this would be like end of round taunt, or after you beat up a certain character, you might say something. Like Havoc, after doing lots of things, he's like, free chaos or something lame. So apparently there's generic quips that are programmed in for a DLC Daywolf, which is then interpreted to be gender-swapped, gender-bent Nightwolf, Lady Nightwolf. Ancestors, provide me with strength. The Great Spirit is with me. And if you continue watching the video from Interloco, what he shows is that this has been translated into different dialects of Spanish. One for European Spanish, and one for Latin American Spanish. So it says, antepasados, dadme fuerza. So that's like Spanish. But then, like, you go onwards to... Oh? Can we find it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Ancestros, denme fuerza. So apparently it's both right in both forms of Spanish. But why would NRS spend time on developing these quips if they didn't already have the characters in the works? You could read into it that these characters are coming, but I more so believe that... What do I believe? I more so believe that this is just wild speculation I think it's too much speculation. I really don't think that there is, like, basis until we see more. Quips are one thing. It does indicate that they spent some time on translating this for other languages, but that could be something that could be eventually axed, because there were a lot of things that were axed in MK11 that we never got to see to full fruition in the released game. So I'm not sure. And seeing all of these varieties of cameos, it's much. It's too much. I really don't believe that they spent all of that time on resources, or maybe they did. I don't know. But either way, if you add Jade as a cameo, if you add Jarek as a cameo, it ain't gonna change much in terms of player base. This is what we go back to. It's all about the player base. If you have a multiplayer game and you don't have people playing the game, you don't got a multiplayer game anymore because there's no players to play with. Matchmaking takes upwards of a minute on PS5, especially now with filters where people reject you. There's just all sorts of people like swiping left or something. Is that how you reject on Tinder? Twinder. I don't know what it's called because I've never used it. I've never had a reason to. But yeah, Tinder. LOL. Yeah, it's really sad too if this turns out to be true, that all of the DLC, Combat Pack 2, has been predetermined, preordained, since even before the release of the game. Like, the illusion of a live service is completely broken, if this turns out to be true. I mean, it's already completely broken because we know that they have seasons programmed into advance in Mortal Kombat 1, and it seems like they are adding less and less things with every patch update because they don't want people to be finding all of the data mines. But it's interesting that they leave it in here, so it could be intentional, that it's just like red herring, but I don't look forward to more lady characters in the roster. I mean, you could say that there is a gender imbalance, but I much prefer looking at the gay twunks as opposed to the manly ladies. So I'll take the gay twunks over the manly ladies any day. Very interesting. So yes, so we have more here. And I think that it's real interesting to note that NRS don't really care. And Interloco points out here where there's a lot of these intro dialogues for General Shao, just coded as Shao Kahn. Right? It's so strange. Like, you can't even be consistent within your internal coding for the game. Is Shao Kahn supposed to indicate Titan Shao or Evil Shao? It's kind of baffling why the code is written like so. So, moving onwards here, we have more indication towards skins being programmed into the game for Jade cameo. But it lists here Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, skin 001, A and B, which is not consistent with the type of coding that you see later on for other characters. Like the 001_A nomenclature should be applied to each unique type of costume. Interesting. OMG, it also says here Deadly Alliance Frost cameo skin. I guess what we got is Deadly Alliance. Deception, Darius, Dia de Muertos, Funkera. You can see that the different costumes, they'll have a different number, but still start with an A. But going back to Jade, you see with Jade, it says A and then B, indicating that it would be a palette swap rather than a new costume. If it was a new costume, it would be A. So it seems really inconsistent, and to draw any sort of conclusion on just 2 lines of code that say skin and Jade Cam, it's thin. It's very, very thin, especially when all of it could just be cutting room floors situation. Really, I guess it's up to interpretation, but really, taking a look at the actual things that you see here, it allows you to make that judgment more informed. So here you can see Jack's Kameo skin 002_A. So this is to indicate his Mortal Kombat 3 costume. It has different numbers, different letters, in different locations compared to what you see with Jade. So it seems really inconsistent. Not sure about all of this. Oh yeah, here we go. There's more, right? Like, just that there's so many characters here makes me really feel like this is not true. How are you supposed to represent fallen Astra when you already have Astra? I guess a more demonic variation, but that is really speculative. Really speculative. So yeah, really crazy. I am thinking that this is referring to things that we shouldn't be holding on to, right? He also has here more stuff from the data mine. He provides his own tweet. Story NPCs: Belloc, Draman, Mavado, Meet, Onaga. NPCs with gameplay: Su Hao and Onaga. This is from the latest update and could be a troll from the devs, so take this with a grain of salt. So not that that they already programmed story mode expansion NPCs. It's kind of mind-blowing. I really don't know how much to believe in this, because it seems so wild. And I mean, like, there was a lot of craziness in MK11 code too, and a lot of stuff that we never got. So there is an unused tag mode in MK1. We never got it. There's just a lot of things that just seem wild, but you never know. I guess the more wild it is, it might be true. Let's see what you guys are saying. What do you think about all of this rumor and speculation, and do you think it would be enough to recover players to the game? Is Onaga gonna be the thing that brings players back to the game? Or is it gonna be Meat as story NPCs? Not that they're NPCs. Not Su Hao as NPC with gameplay. It's really confusing. Okay. Alright. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, but yes, please remember, consider supporting the fam by joining the Jaded Bunny family. You get access to all of my secrets. Yes. And I'm also, I guess, gifting memberships. If you want memberships, do show up to the live streams. Would be cool. All right. So, much love to our newest bunnies in the fam, including Talk to Me, Derek Carbona, Dormiro, Camp Carton, and Flames Gamer. Yay! Thank you. Also, much love to Terrence Rogers, Keep It Real, Jow Netto, Mark Powell, Sorcerer, Jess Drew, Ian's Web, Big Rigs, Mr. Nightmare, Jens Eric Goals, Fox the Fiend, John Feltner, Kari Lessie, Angel, James Shea, John Lee, John Clark, Danny Slaw Energizer. J4 GCXBU Gaming Styles Lucy Little Thunder. Cara D, Kokoma Joe, Coffee Gamer, Jonah, Eric, Blood Ferox, Glowy, Chocacorn, Airy, Darkside, Trokar, Mark Danny, Michael G, Swishbish, Alski, Snoopy Blind, FGC, Albus Christus Mortis, Yuri, Calum, JJ, Dr. Eggman, Alina, Acenonics 85, Alan, Cider M, Ragnar, Rian Chaos, and Queen Melina. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Remember, if you really enjoy the kind of stuff that we make here on YouTube and you want it to survive, please consider joining. You get to be part of our fancy community, and it really does help keep me alive here on the YouTube. Pretty sure YouTube would have canceled me a long time ago. So yes, thank you, my brothers. All right. Didn't you show that Ashra's Titan battle has classic moves? That's weird. Why not give her those moves in an update? Exactly. It seems like the Titan battles have new moves, new mechanics compared to the characters on the base roster. Maybe that's what Fallen Ashra is referring to. Either way, I find that everything is being piecemealed to us, whereas the variation system just allow me to change my special moves if you can't allow me to have all of the special moves that you programmed into the game, whereas the creative fighter, why can't I fuse my characters together like you did? Why? Why? You're funny as heck. Aw, thank you, Duan. Devora is Onaga's sister. Interesting. No, guest gameplay can make up for shit. Not, yeah. No guest character can make up for shitty gameplay. You're right. When you look at Omni-Man and you can see how broken and pay-to-win he is, how easy he is compared to other characters on the roster, yeah, that's shitty gameplay. This game was made for pros and people who have nothing to do their lives but play Kombat League. Totally agree. I would say that this game was also made for Gen Z babies. Can we include that there? I think on the Venn diagram there are, overlap between the pros and the Gen Z babies, because all of the gameplay in the game is very mindless, less strategy and finesse required. Yeah, this ain't no Elden Ring in terms of difficulty. This ain't no Cuphead. This not even MK1, right? Like, this is made for Gen Z babies. Okay. I don't like how Raiden is just some dude now that gets his powers from an amulet. Nothing unique about him. Somehow, they made the characters to be exactly the same, but with a worse story. I prefer to think that MK1, all of the characters presented here, these are not the main characters. The main characters are actually the cameo characters because they're supposed to be coming from the original games. I guess except for MKX, because they can't even remember what MKX was like. But yeah, I prefer to think that we're getting like the original iterations there. Multiverse means nothing matters. Trans Nightwolf equals gay wolf. Not that trans equals gay. This is a little bit of a difference between gay and trans, but I appreciate the sentiment. Duan, I mean, Jade was cute, Devora was not. Well, Devora has the little boobies for people who don't want big ones. Same goes for Ashra. Aaron Black's too cool masculine to be in MK11. Do you know how many Brokeback Mountain references I made about Aaron Black? On mine he was called Brokeback Cowboy. Brokeback Mountain. Bareback Mountain? I don't know what we called it. The variation names were fun back then. Nasreen, they'll ruin my boy. Probably turn him into a cowgirl. How can you love Jade but also Devora? Because Devora broken. I love Devora because she was broken. One button crushing blow 360 damage. Pretty good. NRS peaked with MKX. I don't think NRS ever reached its peak. NRS was riding off the coattails of Midway with the development of MK9. And ever since MK9, like I've showed you the Google trends. We'll pull it up. But ever since MK9, everything that NRS has been releasing has just been decreasing in popularity for the general public. So let's pull up Mortal Kombat and let's do 2004 and maybe not Canada because none of you are here. Although if you're here, you'll know that Canada is dying. Wonderful. Okay, so here we go. Oh, look at this. Okay, oh no, I correct myself. So MK9, it's always important to look at the numbers, my friend. MK9 was at 54% relative popularity. MKX was at 68. And then MK11 was at 29. And MK1 was at 28. So what you're seeing here is that people played MK9, they liked it, they bought MKX, MKX turned them off. And as a result, MK11 and MK1 decreasing in popularity. This huge spike here is the movie. Everyone cares about the movie way more than the game. And it's very short in terms of popularity because you see the peaks for the games are slightly wider than the peak for the movie. So that means more people showed interest over a longer time for the games as opposed to the movie, which just had one sharp peak and that was it. And what you're also seeing here is that MK11... MK1, pretty similar in terms of general interest to the public. No one cares. No one cares. Especially in comparison to things like the movie or even MKX. And there was something wrong with MKX. You can see it because it turned the general public off. Right? I know it too because some of my videos turn you people off. You don't like hearing me talk about the shills. Suck it up, Buttercup. I'm going to talk whatever I want to talk. You don't like it? Who cares? It's just a video game. And people say Tor was thick one. Oh, NRS need to go broke? Maybe. Damn, fair illegal now. Oh, bleh, bleh, bleh. Power Rangers, darn roasted. No, wait, I take that back. I've seen Power Rangers villains look more intimidating. I like Power Rangers more than MK1. Everything's better than MK1. Ragnar, hey there, Ragnar. Oh, love you, brother. Thank you for coming. Duwan, divorce coming for Valentine's Day. Oh no, no waff. Hello, my friends. 38 of you here. Can we please get 38 likes? Would be cool. Flames, I'm desperately trying to get a job so I can get Tekken 8 on release and can never touch MK1 again. Well, Flames, look, you're a member. Look, I gave you a membership, Flames. Enjoy it. If you want to join our secret group chat or whatever, just send me a Discord message. Also, if you're on, I guess I should make a new member post or something to explain this to you people. But yeah, love you guys. CJ, I want to join the Bunny fam, but I'm too poor and I have no friends besides my... I hope you have a platonic relationship with that creature, CJ. The corpophagia comments make me question. But yeah, okay. Very cool. Yes, wonderful times. I would really love to hear from you guys what you think about all of this DLC situation. Do you think it's going to be enough to save MK1 from the waning popularity? I think the problem is once the popularity fully wanes, NRS might be just fully absorbed into WB so that WB can have better efficiency at administrating the franchise. Because it's not NRS's franchise, it's WB's. And I don't think they're doing a good job. Especially when you look at numbers. I love numbers. I'm such a nerd. But yes, I love you guys so much. But I am praying for all of you to just be having a lovely time playing Not this game. Something else. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.